So, this is how you get started in Godot in 2026 and beyond. Assuming there is not going to be major changes in the near future. In this video, we are going to cover how to install and set up Godot in your computer, how to get hands-on in a new project creating the smallest example in the world. This video should work as a point of reference for anyone needing information on how to install Godot or creating their first project. If you arrived from here from another videos, hi, my name is Dario. Grab a coffee, get comfortable, and let's get started. How to install Godot in the first place? There are two ways, but both requires going to its official website, godotengine.org. The name, plus what the product is and what group of people are behind. That's all you need to remember, or maybe just adding into your bookmark work as well. From its main page, the easy way is clicking into the main button that says Download Latest. This action will take you into another page depending on your operative system, but you still can enter manually with /Windows, /Linux, or /macOS. Then we are presenting with two options. The default option, which uses GDScript, or the engine with support for .NET, C# to be more specific. Which one should you use? Well, the answer is quite simple. Even if you already know C#, for absolute beginners in the engine, it's recommended to start with GDScript. Although, it's not like the programming police are going to arrest you just for using the wrong option. Or maybe they are, so I wouldn't risk it and I will stick with the default option. I'm kidding. At the end of the day, these options are there to fit best to your needs or preference, your team, or the type of project that you are trying to create. By clicking in the button for your operating system, a zip file of approximately 80 megabytes inside will be downloaded and zipped with the software of your choice. I personally use 7zip. Inside, there are two executable files. You will notice that one ends with an underscore console in its name. That means this file runs Godot with a system console attached to it to see more details about the current execution of the engine. Just like before, if you are just starting, you don't need it and you can remove it without any problem. The other executable file is all you need, besides love. Remember that I say installation? Well, I lied. This is a portable program, so keep it in a safe place. Send it to your desktop or ping it to your taskbar or start if you wish. Now, double-click and you are in. First, you see the project management window. From here, you can create, import, and open your Godot project. Back to the official website. If you scroll a little bit, you will find that Godot Engine is also available on digital distribution platforms like itch.io. You don't need an account, just download the files according to your system. Steam. It does require an account, but unless you live under a rock, you should have one already. For most game dev, the final goal is to publish a game here. But for now, it's just another option. It also has the peculiarity to keep track of your working hours. Unfortunately though, there are no achievements or cards, and it doesn't allow you to take a screenshot. But you can let a review if you like. Then, Epic Game Store, that place to grab free games, and they are also the creators of Fortnite and the Unreal Engine. And lastly, Google Play Store, for Android devices. I was giving a try these days, and it goes very smoothly. Although from a developer inside, it might seem a little bit odd, especially because you don't know how to use double click. And because I was using the built-in keyboard, it was covering half of the screen all the time. But besides that, it's a good option and pretty functional. This made me think that it will be a fun challenge to program a complete game entirely on a tablet. Maybe someday. And one final comment is that by default, input events are still mouse and keyboard. So unless you can connect those to your tablet or phone, you will need another approach to move your characters. Another cool option is the web editor. It's not as powerful as the native version, but hey, for a small project like the first one, are going to fit perfectly. It is also a progressive web app that you can install in your computer and it will render in a separate window. And to end with the website, at least for now, because you can find the docs here and it's going to be quite useful in the future. If you don't stop scrolling, sorry, force of habit, there is a link to the GitHub page with all the source code for the Godot engine. So to recap, you can download Godot from its website for JavaScript and C# via distribution platforms like itch.io, Steam, Epic Game Store, or Google Play Store. You can use major operating systems like Windows, Linux, or Mac, in mobile with Android, or in your web browser. Many options for all tastes. And with that, we are done with the installation process. Now, how to create and set up your Godot project. In the project manager, just click on the Create button on the top left corner. A pop-up window will appear with several options to configure. We need to give our project a name, select a storage location, or leave the default option. Then we can select the render mode. Any option is okay for now. We'll go into details later. And finally, we can select if we are going to work with a source management system like Git or not. By the way, you should. But for now, leave as none. Make sure that the check Edit Now is on and click on Create. The Godot editor should open with your project. The default view is 3D, but for the most tiny example I can think of, we are going to move to the 2D view by clicking in the top middle of the window. On the left hand side of the window, we found the Scene panel. Here we need to create a new node. Nodes and scenes are everything in Godot and will be very important in the near future. By clicking in the 2D Scene button and then double click in it, we can change its name to something similar to main or game. Both options are okay. Save it with Ctrl S in the root of our project and with the full name. It's fine. Now click on Run Project in the top right corner of the editor window to see our non-game in action. But first, we need to set up our main scene by clicking on Select Current and a new window will appear. It's our game. By definition, a game should be interactive, and right now it's only displaying a gray background with nothing in it, and we are going to change that. From the left bottom panel in the editor's window, we will drag and drop the icon .svg into the 2D view. This will create a new node of type sprite2D. It's time to add logic to our game by creating a new script using the small scroll icon at the top left of the scene panel. Make sure you've selected the main or game node first. Now, in the new window, all parameters look correct. Simply click Create and we are in the script view. You'll notice that the editor's top part changed to a script. To modify the sprite, we need to add a reference to it, and we can do this by dragging and dropping the name from the scene panel, and before releasing it, pressing the control button. This creates a variable with a reference that points to the sprite. If you don't press Ctrl or Command when dropping the icon, nothing happens. Just get the name by a spot. That's not what we're looking for. And now, the tricky part. Inside the block of code of _process, we add the next line. Just bear with me. Hopefully, it all makes sense in a couple of lessons. We need to ask the question if input dot is action just pressed. Parentheses and with in quotation mark UI underscore accept and colon. This instruction asks the question if any key or mouse input with the name of UI accept has just been pressed. If the answer is yes, then it will perform the next line of code that we are going to write after an enter. We say to the icon that it should rotate, and in parentheses, give the value of 90. With all that done, we can go back to the Run button, and now we see our game. And if you press the Enter key in your keyboard, hopefully the icon should rotate by 90 degrees. Hooray! We are creating our first interactive project, but it's not fun or engaging. But don't be discouraged, it's just a small step. There is a documentation website that I create that covers the entire video, how to install Godot, this tiny example, in case you need it, in janaboost.github.io/godot-tutorial. Go check it out if you wish. The link is also in the description. I think that's all for now. So if you don't want to miss any new content, hit the like button and make sure you are subscribed to the channel. Activate the bell. No, that's too much. But leave a comment in the box down below. With all that being said, have a wonderful day and until the next time. See ya. Take care. Bye bye.